Good morning. Welcome back to Coffee with Caroline. We're back. What can I say? What a week it has been. What a week it has been. I want to first of all say, oh my goodness me. Thank you everybody that's coming to my retreat. We are full. People are still trying to get in, which is insane. So I launched another one last night as well. Wow. In the Maldives. So I can't wait to meet you all. People are signing up. I think we had over 200 or 300 people sign up, which is amazing. Obviously, we can only take 20 to 25. I keep it deliberately small because I want to get to everybody, but I'll be doing more. So don't worry if you miss this one. Next year we'll do another one. You know, it is what it is. Anyway, and you get these gems here. So why am I doing these, right? I think at this stage in life, it was really sweet actually. Something impacted me yesterday and the boys will be watching. These boys who do all my clips and they work for me doing my podcast. I hadn't really met them. I've never met them. We just have a relationship by, is this going? Goodness me. There you are, boys. I had such a nice chat with them yesterday. They're really young. One's 18 and one is 29. And I was thinking, God, they must get so bored at looking at clips of me all day, chatting about all this stuff because, I don't really think that this would relate to young boys. And they said something very, very interesting that really hit me hard because they said to me, it's very lonely out there now for a boy in life. And I keep saying this, girls, if you're watching this, it's terrible. Like, these guys work all day and night making this happen for me, right? They come from a very difficult background. Their mother was homeless, all of these things where you have two directions in life. You can go left or you can go right. They could have been drug addicts. They could be on scooters right now, stealing all our handbags and jewelry, which is what's going on in London. Or they can be building a business for themselves, which they are. Just talking about the lovely boys last night. And
hi, everybody.
Which they are.
Love you so much.
Love you too, Jay. And it was funny because they look up to Sergio as well. And I'm so proud of them for taking that. They're in the middle, I think, where are they, darling? What country?
Sweden.
They're in Sweden. And I'm probably not tons to do, but they were saying going out, the girls don't look at boys unless they have all of these things. That is what's wrong with social media. It is so sad to me that young boys are saying they're lonely. They're stuck in rooms. They're afraid to talk to women because women expect so much. This is why suicide is on the rise. This is why I'm such an advocate for men as well as women. Like, it really pisses me off. No boy is born with, a Ferrari coming out of his arse. No one, okay? And if he is, it's mummy and daddy's money, which also doesn't impress me, never did, right? Never did. You don't want a man that has only got mummy and daddy's money because he can't take care of you. Because those guys are entitled, they are lazy normally, they are, they think everything is given to them because it was given to them. So that's the kind of guy, and women are replaceable so that you never get the proper love that you get from a man who has worked his way and built something with his wife. Ladies, the best relationship you can have is someone you have supported and made into something. I have always said to you, Sergio was 24 years old, right? What I did know is he had been sued, so he didn't have much money left. Again, that wasn't why I married him. But what I did know was he showed up every day to get to Real Madrid. He worked. He knew what he wanted when he met me. He stayed with me. He kept to his word. He does everything he says he's going to do. That is rare. That is amazing. He doesn't make me feel like he's looking for a better meal ticket. He doesn't make me feel like he is supportive of all of this stuff. Who sets all this stuff up? Who comes with me everywhere? Who's building all the houses and the, barley and all of the things, bust the label. This is all him, right? All the stuff behind everything that I front. That is someone who's committed. And, what I saw in these boys, again, they are, first of all, the other side of my business that I don't know how to do. right? Along with Sergio, they come up with things. They're studying algorithms, and it's not enough just to get my clips out. They're thinking of how to make me go viral, or how to improve my YouTube, or how to get you guys to subscribe, whatever it is, right? And they're 10 steps ahead. That is not a lazy man. That is a man that wants more for himself, right? And I will always reward that. As I said to them last night, this is something that I don't know how to do. I can't do this without them. And, and that's really exciting to go on this journey and to help, as I said, my Megan downstairs, she's rewarded on the job she gets me. These boys will be rewarded on what they bring me in. And it is so important to give people purpose, to have those chats, to make them feel like they belong, to make them feel heard. They were so excited just to be on the phone to me. And I was like, okay, that's really cute, because again, they're young boys. And so I want you all to consider, because I've got young boys, right? I've got young boys. Never in my life do I want them to feel that they're worthless to a woman. Never, because they don't have the right watch on, the right shoes, or the right ever. Teach your kids that, what is important today. Please, if I beg of you, that you can have a man from where actually they have come from a very tough background. That man will take care of you for the rest of his life, because he knows what it is to grind. He knows, he's proud of himself, right? I saw how proud they were that I had even, that they were doing this, that they were in contact with me. It gave them everything that they want to build an agency. They want to build this. They have big dreams, and I want them to get it. I hope they get it. They will get it, by the way. They will, once we're finished with this, once they've done me. But my point is, elevate people. Why do we have to shit on people because they don't look the right way for you? Some of the most successful men in the world, would you have looked at Jeff Bezos when he was sitting in his garage with his bald head in the back, planning Amazon? No, you wouldn't. He looked like Mr. Bean sitting in his garage. Now, everyone wants to marry Jeff Bezos because he's on a fucking yacht and he's pumped his muscles. And he has a gorgeous wife, and they're everywhere. Now people want it. They don't want you in the journey, they want you at the end. Well, it doesn't work like that, because to get a man or to get a real relationship, you want to go on that journey. When Sergio and I started, I was in the middle of my case, right? And I didn't want to work anymore because it was just going to lawyers, and I just had given up. And that's why I think I'm flying now, because I'm free of all this shit. There is nothing. I've said it before. If I can't afford to do Bali, we stop, because we own it. That's it. I've got it. It doesn't matter. There's no one breathing down my neck. I don't have that awful thing that you owe £50,000 by tomorrow morning. You're like, oh my God, $100,000 by 6 o'clock tonight for your lawyers. That's not there anymore. And it's amazing, right? And I'm very tough on stuff because I've been through a lot. And I think that's what the retreat is going to do for the women too. You just bring your questions. We all ask, I think I'm living proof there's an end to everything, right? Life is cycles, and everybody has bad, I don't care who you are, and everybody has good. And I think it's just making sure you see the good. I'm sure some of these boys' childhood was not that good. And now I think they see a real future for themselves. They've actually started, I think the youngest brother was working for me, and he was 18, which I had no clue, which is hilarious, an 18-year-old boy who is doing my clips and actually knows what a 30 or 40-year-old woman is talking about, or is would hook the other woman in, right? So it's called clickbait. And now his brother's working with him. I think he said his father is, and it's so amazing. What a great thing that this platform, or doing all of this, has given them all, the whole family, in a way, jobs. Because not only me, just telling people that they manage this or do this gets them more jobs. It makes them legitimate, right? So, and they're doing it well. They've worked for me for a year, maybe a bit more, 2 years, maybe a year. Anyway, it's a wonderful thing. And, we need to support the younger generation, because we're bringing them up in a terribly hard world. I have never heard 18-year-old boys or 20-year-old boys say they're lonely. That's awful. So how do we create a community for people that they can, meet, talk, talk to each other, share these things. I mean, they're lonely is also because it's such an insular world. Everyone hides behind these screens and you think, this is not a friend. You know, we're all guilty of it. This is not our friend. Young boys need to be out. They need to be meeting, but it's become so expensive. You leave the house and you spend money. I really don't know the answer, and I've got to think about it because it really hit me hard. But I would urge you all to think about, you know, the boys in your community, how you can involve them, how you can make them feel needed, how you can make them feel worthy, what jobs you can help them get, how you can mentor them. Because, you know, I think if you're just watching the business coaches out there, and they were the ones saying, you know, I think I should flip the script and I should do business coaching for women, because, and they're right in a way, because when you look at the business coaching for men out there, they've got 10 Ferraris behind them, they're all in crypto. Like, okay, amazing. How do you go from sitting in a little room in Sweden to being in Dubai with 25 luxury cars behind you? That just seems ridiculous. Or foreign, there must be an in-between. And, you know, maybe that's something I'll look into later into doing with the women. And I understand now, money is easy to make. It is easy to make, ladies. It's just you have to be persistent. You have to stay in your lane. You have to block out the noise. You have to stop following dangled carrots, okay? The dangled carrots are a distraction. Follow your lane. Anyway, thank you for joining another episode of Coffee with Caroline. These are just things that I just took on this week. And thank you, boys. I know you're all watching because you're editing me right now. You guys are doing a wonderful job and I'm really proud of you both. So thank you for watching another episode of Coffee with Caroline. And don't forget to subscribe. There's going to be a lot more coming. And love you all.